Hey guys, Sarah Hilton here with eXp Realty. Welcome to my new show. It's going to be called Real Estate Cawfee Talk. Cawfee. And I am the star. I just hired myself. So sit back, relax, hopefully pour yourself a cup of coffee, and let's talk a little bit of real estate. So today we're going to talk about buyer's agency agreements. Now, in North Carolina, that's what it's called. Some states call them loyalty agreements. They're named different in different regions. But if you've bought a home before, you've definitely signed something like this, heard of something like this. I want to tell you a little bit about why it's so important in the home buying process. A lot of buyers, they see a contract. It's about 9 or 10 pages long in North Carolina. They see a contract and a real estate agent will come to them and ask them to fill this out in order to show them homes or continue to show them homes. And people get a little nervous because, we don't like to commit. We don't like to sign our names on something. I mean, you're talking to the person who has trouble committing to a phone contract. So I get the awkwardness behind it. But I want to explain to you why it's so important and why it actually protects not only me as an agent or whoever you're working with, but it protects you as the consumer. Now, in North Carolina, by default, every agent broker is that represents the seller. So if I go and I am at an open house or I show you a property and we have not signed a buyer agency agreement, that means that I really can't tell you too much that will hurt the seller because by default, I represent them. So let's say if I took you to see a house, you and I do not have a buyer's agency agreement signed. If you say, hey, these floors are a little rough, these carpets are a little bit stained, do you think I can get money off? Really, I can't really fight for you in that way or even advise you in that way because I represent the seller. Until the buyer's agency agreement is signed, I represent the seller. Now, every agent owes you certain duties here. We have to be honest about what we know about the property, about anything outside that affects the properties, chemical plants going up, and there are certain things that we owe you. They're called material facts. However, I cannot negotiate for you. I really can't advise you on pricing or anything like that. And if you tell me we can afford $300,000, but we're only going to put $250,000 on that property, and we do not have a buyer's agency signed, I really owe that information to the seller because, again, until we have that signed, I represent the seller. So that is really the importance of it. It just allows me to act on your behalf. Now, this is why I always like to do some sort of buyer's consultation to make sure that you want to work with me, I want to work with you, and we're going to vibe and get along the whole way through it. That's really important when you go out shopping for homes, is finding someone to represent you that you're going to get along with and you trust that they have your best interest at heart. That's all for today, really. The importance of buyer's agency agreements. Another reason, real quick, before I let you go, why agents want you to sign this is not only to protect you as their client, but because if you don't know, we don't get paid until a contract closes. We do not get paid up until the closing table. So agents like you want to make sure that they are spending their time wisely and they're spending it with someone who has the intentions of buying. And because I've seen many people, including myself, go and take would-be buyers around to different houses. And because of the awkwardness of asking you to sign a buyer's agency agreement, I've spent many an hour showing homes to someone who then decides to either go with another agent, not buy at all, or just ghost me like I'm in the dating world again. So those are really the important things behind it. If you are working with an agent that you like, if you want them to have your best interest at heart and be able to represent you to the best of their ability, definitely go ahead and sign that buyer's agency agreement. They are not trying to screw you over. It is a mutual agreement. So if for some reason you want to get out of it, there are ways to do that. But go ahead and do it. It's a good thing. It protects you, it protects them. And if you're serious about buying a house, that's the best way to protect yourself. I hope to talk to you soon. See you on another episode of Real Estate Coffee Talk. Bye.